a lot of people who are buddies of mine now, but I was huge fans of, guys like Matt Mays and stuff like, and I definitely didn't deserve that spot because I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But I got it anyways. And sometimes that's not always the best. Just because somebody gives you an opportunity, and sometimes it's not always the best time to use that because I wasn't good enough for those.
Yeah.
So I was getting into bigger crowds and getting in front of a lot of people where I wasn't ready and my material wasn't ready just yet to be playing in front of those crowds. But it was still good and everyone liked it, but I wish I had a few more years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what started it was Universe, and that's kind of where I started, gaining a fan base, because people are always looking to root for the home team.
Yeah.
And at St. FX, it's a really small community, and there wasn't a whole lot of people doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
So as soon as by the end of it, when my material started getting a little better, people started kind of seeing something in me. And people started rooting. And then by my 4th year at St. FX, I was selling out the inn at 400 people, and nobody was doing that just because. And I mean, half of it because I had lots of friends.
It helps.
And I still contribute that to a lot of my shows in Halifax. It's all about the people and making sure you put on a good time. So, yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then when I left St. FX, I went to Halifax and really kind of started kicking it into gear.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
When you started showing people your songs for the first time, is that tough to do for the first time? I remember the first couple podcasts I did, I was terrified just to click release.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's cool to see people's reactions.
Yeah.
I think it's you should be self-aware to, not self-aware, but you should be open to showing things to people, engaging what's good and not, what's good or not, because when you write something, you're obsessed with it for the first couple of days, I find, and you just think it's the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And you think it's, you might not have a clear sense on what it is yet until you hear, listen to it a million times and get sick of it. But you need feedback on something. You need a real, I have lots of friends that tell me songs suck. And it's and those are my best friends.
That's what you want,
yes,
though. That's
man.
Of course.
Oh my God. If you can't have everybody gassing you up all the time. And that's such a huge part of music. And it's people get gassed up because people are scared to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of young musicians that aren't ready yet. And everyone is you're the best, you're, all this stuff. But it's really someone should be I think you should really fix that chorus, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hitting hard enough. And, I think you're singing a little out of pitch. You should, you need that. People still call me, my girlfriend still calls me out on stuff. I think it's important to have critics and people on your side. And, all my writing friends and all my peers and stuff like that, we're all like that with each other.
Yeah.
I might show Dylan Guthrow a song that I wrote, and he'll be, he's I'm not feeling it, man. And he'll tell me that, right, to break my heart right in front of him.
You worked on it for 2 months straight.
Yes, yes. No, but I mean, it's a part of it, right? It's and I mean, the thing is now with how I do it is you're not working on them for 2 months straight. I mean, you're banging out songs in 4 hours.
No way.
So, yeah. So, I mean, usually the way that a writing session will go, I typically only co-write. I'll usually start songs, but then I'll bring them to other producers and other writers. And usually, or usually say you and I are writing a song, right? We'll come into your studio. I'll have my Pro Tools or Logic on there, and I'll be building a track for it. And we'll just start writing it, and it'll be done in 3.5 hours or something like that. Sometimes I might have a little nug, I might have a little chorus, or I might have a melody or something like that, and then you might have a song title. Usually I write from the song title, and by 4 hours you should have a demo and it finished. And yeah, sometimes the better the song, the quicker it gets written.
Really?
Yeah. And some songs take a little longer, and sometimes some songs need 2 sessions to clear your brain, but it's really quick. You're not working on songs for that long because no one has time for that. You have to bang them out.
Yeah.
So it's it's cool. I mean, and the way that works now with COVID is all my writing sessions are on Zoom, besides the writing sessions I have in Halifax with the writers I work with here. But it might be myself, a Nashville producer or writer, and then somebody else in Toronto, or 2 people in Nashville. and we're all on Zoom, and there's this program called Audio Movers that basically puts everything in real time. It gets rid of all the latency, and it's like you can play me something from your computer, and I'm hearing it in real time.
Cool. No
So
delay.
No delay. So it's really like, it makes it, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same as before. It's like wearing a condom. It's kind of the same. It's not the same.
I gotcha.
But it's like, it's so yeah, I got used to that, and I mean, I never wrote more in my life.
Wow.
Like, because I was just home, and I didn't have any other things to be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the boys, have a beer. I'm going to do whatever. So it was kind of a push. So, I mean, I was doing that full tilt with writers from all over. I mean, the hardest thing was the hardest thing was just the time zones and stuff, right? Because Nashville's 3 hours behind, and LA's 4, and so you're, if sometimes you're starting at like sometimes you have to start later in the day to cater for people that are starting early in the morning. But it's really cool, man. Like, I'll always do it from now on.
Cool.
Even when the shit stops.